Well on guys, in this particular video I'm going to be showing you how we can complete the square of a quadratic trinomials. So I'm going to be doing these first two examples, then you're going to try these last two examples as your classwork. So let's start. Solution. The first question is x squared plus 6x plus 3. I can then equate it to 0. So this is the first question. I am to complete the square of this first question. So guys, the first thing I can do is I can equate it to 0. The next thing is that I can bring this plus 3 to the other side of the equation. So we have it as x squared plus 6x equals minus 3. So after I've done that, the next thing I can do now is that I will look for the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x here? That is plus 6. So I'm going to have the coefficient of x, comma, square the result and add to both sides of the equation. So the coefficient of x is 6. So 6, I will half it. So I will just multiply by 1 over 2. That would be 3. So I'm going to square the result. Squared. So we can say it is plus 3. Do you get that? So doing that, I'm going to add this result, the square of the half, to both sides of this equation here. So that will then be x squared plus 6x plus open bracket 3 squared equals minus 3 plus 3 squared. So I will add it to both sides of the equation. So after that, I will then do the process I usually do. Open a bracket, choose one x here, x, ignore this, then move on here. What is here is plus, then write it out, plus 3, close the bracket, square, equals minus 3 plus 9. So this will then be x plus 3 all squared equals minus 3 plus 9, that is plus 6. Bring this plus 6 to the other side, and then be x plus 3 squared minus 6 equals 0. And this is the final answer for the what? For the complete square of this trinomial equation. So you are going to try this on your own, but let me do the second example. So guys, for the second example, which is 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, follow this step and don't miss out any step. I can equate it to 0. Bring this 5 to the other side. That can be 2x squared minus 3x equals minus 5. After doing this, don't forget that whenever I'm completing the square, the coefficient of x squared must always be 1. So I will find a way to make the coefficient of this x squared here to be 1. So this will be written as 2. Open the brackets. After I open the brackets, this will remain x squared minus 3 over 2x close bracket equals minus 5. So therefore guys, if I use this 2 to open the bracket, that will be 2 times x squared, 2x squared. 2 times minus 3 over 2x is give me minus 3x, and that's equals to minus 5. Then after this, I'm going to half the coefficient of x, square the results, and add to both sides of the equation. So guys, we're going to see that the coefficient of x is minus 3 over 2. That is minus 3 over 2. The half of this, that is by multiplying it by 1 over 2, that will be minus 3 over 4. So anything I got, I'm going to square it. Square. I will then add this value to both sides of this equation. So guys, I will add this to both sides of this equation. So that will be 2 open bracket x squared minus 3 over 2x plus open bracket minus 3 over 4 all squared close the general bracket is equals to minus 5 plus minus 3 over 4 all squared. So guys, let us continue. This will then be 2 open bracket. Don't forget the step we usually use. I will take one x here. I will write it x open a bracket. I will ignore this. I will come here. What is inside the bracket here? I will write it minus 3 over 4 close bracket squared. Then I will close this general bracket. This will then equals minus 5 plus minus 3 squared, that is 9 over 4 squared, that is 16. 9 over 16. So you can see the expression I have here. You can see this expression I have here. So before you do anything, listen to the next step of what we are to do. So guys, the common mistake that can be made here that will make your answer to be wrong is that you are not to simplify this expression. You must not simplify this expression on the right hand side. You don't have to simplify. So what you will just do is that this 9 over 16, this plus 9 over 16, we will bring it inside the bracket here. That is to say, you are going to write it as 2 open bracket, open small bracket, x minus 3 over 4 all squared. This plus 9 over 16, bring it inside the general bracket, minus 9 over 16, close this general bracket, equals minus 5. Can you see that? So you see that I did not simplify this expression. I just brought this plus 9 over 16, I bring it inside this bracket. So I will then use this 2 to open this bracket. So if I use this 2 to open a bracket, it's going to turn to 2x minus 3 over 4 all squared minus 9 over 8, because this 2 divided by 16, I will get 8. I will then bring this minus 5, I will then bring it inside here, plus 5 equals 0. So you can see this. Then at this point, I will then simplify this minus 9 over 8 plus 5. This will then be 2x minus 3 over 4 all squared. If I just simplify this minus 9 over 8 plus 5, I'm going to get plus 31 over 8 equals 0. And this is the final answer for the completing the square of this expression. So the step I did here, don't forget to also do it. So guys, kindly participate in your classwork. Do this option C and option D. Thank you. So guys, in this next example, we are going to be using completing the square method to solve an equation, quadratic equation. The first one is this. The first one is x squared plus 6x plus 1 equals 0. So we have to solve this quadratically using the completing the square method. Let's see how we can do it. Don't forget the first step is that bring this plus 1 to the other side. That will be x squared plus 6x equals to minus 1. So the next thing we're not going to do now is that we are going to look for the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x? That is 6. We are going to look for the half of the coefficient of x. That will be 3. Then we are going to square that half. That will be 3 squared, and that is 9. So we are going to add that 9 to both sides of the equation. So guys, since the square of the half is 3, so we are going to add that 3 squared to both sides of the equation as this. We are not going to add it as 9. We add it as 3 squared plus 3 squared. So at this point, the next thing we are now going to do now is that we will open a bracket, choose one x out of the x square here, write it out. Ignore this. What is inside the bracket here? That is plus 3. That will be plus 3. Then close the bracket. All squared is equals to minus 1 plus 9. So this is how you are going to express this. So after that, this will now turn to x plus 3 all squared is equals to 8. Because minus 1 plus 9, that is 8. So this simply means that this expression can be written as x plus 3 is equals to plus or minus root 8. So guys, what we did here now is that x plus 3 all squared. I can bring this square to the other side. If this square comes to the other side here, it's going to turn to square roots. So that turns to x plus 3 is equals to plus or minus root 8. So my final answer for x will now be equals to plus or minus root 8 or minus 3. Because this, if this plus 3 comes to the other side, it's going to turn to minus 3. So this simply means that my x can either be plus root 8 minus 3 or minus root 8 minus 3. So I will get my answer for x to be minus 5.83, or x would be minus 0.172. So these are the two answers for this question. So let's look at the second example. Then you are going to try this third example by your own, guys. So guys, the last example now is 2x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals 0. We should solve it using the completed the square method. The first step is that bring this minus 1 to the other side. That will be 2x squared minus 5x is equals to 1. So after doing that, don't forget that the coefficient of x squared must be 1. So this expression here will be written as 2 open bracket x squared minus 5 over 2x is equals to 1. So once we've written it in this form, so the next thing we are now going to do is that we are going to look for the half of x, that is minus 5 over 2. We are going to multiply this coefficient of x, which is minus 5 over 2. We are going to multiply by 1 over 2. Then we are going to square the answer. So that will be minus 5 over 2 times 1 over 2, that is minus 5 over 4. I will then square this. So I will then add this to both sides of the equation. That will then be 2 open bracket x squared minus 5 over 2x plus minus 5 over 4 all squared equals to 1 plus minus 5 over 4 all squared. So this will then be written as 2 open bracket. The process we are going to do here, choose one x here, x, ignore this. What is inside the bracket here, which is minus 1 over 4, write it out. Minus 5 over 4, close the bracket, squared, close general bracket, is equals to 1 plus, what is minus 5 square, that is 25, over what is 4 square, that is 16. So at this point, don't forget that whenever you have this type of expression where you have a coefficient here, you must not simplify this expression. What you are going to do is that this part, you're going to bring it inside this big bracket here. So this will now be 2 open bracket x minus 5 over 4 all squared, which is plus 100 over 16, make it inside this bracket, minus 25 over 16 close bracket is equals to 1. So once you've done this, you will now use this 2 to open the bracket. So if I use this 2 to open the bracket, I'm going to get it as 2 x minus 5 over 4 all squared minus 2 divided by 16, that is 8, 25 over 8. Then this one can come inside, minus 1 equals to 0. So at this point, I will then have it as 2 open bracket x minus 5 over 4 all squared minus 20 over 8 minus 1, that will be minus 33 over 8 equals 0. So I can then bring this minus 33 over 8 back to the other side of the equation. So that would be 2 open bracket x minus 5 over 4 all squared is equals to 33 over 8. Because it is minus, if it comes to the other side, it becomes plus 33 over 8. So the next thing I can do is that in order to eliminate this 2 that is here, multiply both sides by 1 over 2. So this will be 1 over 2 times 2 bracket x minus 5 over 4 whole squared is equals to 33 over 8 times 1 over 2. These two cancel these two. Then we are going to be left with x minus 5 over 4 all squared is equals to 33 over 16. So 8 times 2 is 16. So that is x minus 5 over 4 squared is equal to 33 over 16. So guys, I'm going to bring this square to the other side. Once this square comes to the other side, it turns with square roots. That will be x minus 5 over 4 is equals to plus or minus square root 33 over 16. So this will then be x minus 5 over 4 is equals to plus or minus root 33 over 4. And this will then be x is equals to plus or minus root 33 over 4 plus 5 over 4. So this will then be x is equals to plus root 33 over 4 plus root 5 over 4, or x is equals to minus root 33 over 4 plus root 5 over 4. So I will get my two values for x to either be 2.69 or minus 0.186. So that's the final answer. So this is how to use the completing the square method in solving the quadratic equation. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to participate in the classwork and drop your answer in the comment section.